morning, everybody. I'm Dave Furtado.
And I'm meteorologist Jefferson Donovan.
And Jefferson, in the world of weather, things seemed a little bit chillier than what we were seeing earlier in the weekend, at least, when we saw those 70s and 80s.
Oh, yeah.
So temperatures definitely a little bit cooler, but we didn't have that whole lot of wind to contend with yesterday. As we head on into the next couple of days, temperatures getting warmer, the wind going down?
Yeah. Yes. So today is actually going to be a few degrees warmer than yesterday, which was a few degrees warmer than on Wednesday. We're still not near the 80s that we were talking about last weekend. And then this morning, we are waking up to some very chilly values across the inland Northwest. This was something that we talked about pretty ad nauseum yesterday, that we were going to see a very cold overnight into early this morning, and that is verifying quite well. In Yakima this morning, you can see the glistening lights out over the city. We're looking at mostly clear skies, but we are into the mid-30s now. Elsewhere in our forecast area, we are well into the low 30s, including in the Tri-Cities, where at last check we were at 31 degrees. Here's your weather headlines for the day. We are going to be looking at sunny skies and warmer temperatures on this Thursday. More sunshine is to come Friday and at least into Saturday afternoon before we start seeing increasing clouds on Saturday. And there is actually going to be a slight chance of some isolated showers on Saturday night. I will break down all three of these weather headlines in greater depth coming up.
Thanks, Jefferson. We begin this morning in Kennewick. Police there made a series of arrests for a drive-by shooting that was heard by Kamaikan high school students and staff. Now, the shooting took place in the late afternoon of October 12th, and while school was out at the time, there were practices going on for various sports. Multiple bullets hit two occupied apartments across from the school. No one was injured, fortunately. 20-year-old Cesar Villagrana and a juvenile faced charges for the drive-by shooting itself. The juvenile's mother, 43-year-old Juanita Espinoza, faces a charge of failure to supervise a child. Switching gears this morning, former President Donald Trump has endorsed Representative Dan Newhouse as challenger for the race this November. Jerrod Sessler has been endorsed by the former president. In a post on Truth Social, Trump said, quote, "Newhouse has to go," adding that Jerrod Sessler is MAGA all the way and has my complete and total endorsement. He will never let you down, end quote. Sessler is a businessman and Navy veteran from Prosser and says to clinch up the pearl strings of Congress and to unseat Newhouse, who he says doesn't represent the conservative values that Central Washington voters have. This will also be Sessler's second attempt at unseating Dan Newhouse. Candidates will meet next week in Spokane for the state convention, where delegates will vote to endorse a single candidate running in each of the major federal and statewide offices. Newhouse is one of two remaining Republicans who voted to impeach the former president. Sirens at the Hanford site will be activated later today, and it's all part of a test of their safety systems. The Department of Energy is scheduled to activate the sirens in the 100 area sometime between 12:30 and 1:30 today. In the 100 area is about 27 miles north of Richland near the Columbia River, but east of the Vernita Bridge. Sirens will also be activated in the 200 area, but those are rarely heard outside of the site. A new technology center in Richland had its grand opening yesterday. Atkins Realis, a professional services and project management company, opened its $20 million location. It's next to the WSU Tri-Cities campus in their engineering laboratory and not far from the Hanford site. They aim to further develop and apply innovative nuclear and environmental cleanup technologies, hydrogen clean energy advancements, and robotics implementation.
The facilities at Hanford, the challenges we have at tank farms, how do we retrieve the waste? How do we treat it? How do we build equipment to facilitate that, to keep people away from the waste, away from harm's way? So what this facility does, it enables those tools, that equipment, those processes to be tested, mocked up, and then you can deploy it safely out at the site.
Now, leaders tell us a strong partnership between the company and WSU Tri-Cities allows the technologically advanced students to combine their knowledge with the experience of Atkins Realis to solve these problems. Two local funeral homes in Yakima are receiving awards recognizing organ donation, the only ones in the entire state of Washington to get the achievement. Both John Brookside Funeral Home and Shaw & Sons Funeral Home are receiving the Donation Champion Funeral Home Award. KIMA's Austin Peppers spoke to the owners of both locations on how it felt to be honored.
Brookside Funeral Home in Moxie and Shaw & Sons Funeral Home in Yakima are celebrating the Donation Champion Funeral Home Award. Lions World Vision Institute presented them the awards today for their support of organ, tissue, and cornea donations.
Without their support, without their commitment to helping a family honor their loved one, support their loved one through that decision, and then also allowing us access to be able to make those donations occur, the donation wouldn't happen, and it would not be able to help that family honor their loved one's decision.
Jamin Moeller, the owner of both Brookside and Shaw & Sons, says they don't do this for awards, but it's a big deal when community commitment is recognized by leaders, especially when it comes to donation.
We're glad to champion donation and honor the wishes of both the donors and the families we care for.
The month of April also happens to be National Donate Life Month, and Meyer tells me that Washington is one of the highest rated in the U.S. who are registered to be organ and cornea donors, which seems to play an effect on the Yakima Valley.
It ends up coming back to the community to help those individuals in the community that need either a life-saving organ transplant or a tissue cornea transplant to help them, have a better quality of life.
Moeller says they allow loved ones to their facilities even after hours for the donation process, something he thinks all funeral homes should do.
Funeral homes should celebrate the decisions that families make and that donors choose, and then also do everything we can, even when it's inconvenient, to honor those wishes.
KIMA's Austin Peppers, thank you. And if you're interested in becoming a donor, you can register at the Department of Licensing when you get your license, or go to donatelife.net and register online. We have a link to that. That's on our website, KIMATV.com. And a fundraiser breakfast brought in hungry mouths yesterday to benefit the Tri-Cities Cancer Center Foundation. This year marks the 30th anniversary of the Cadillac Tri-Cities Cancer Center, the region's only not-for-profit cancer treatment facility. During the breakfast, doctors, local survivors, as well as patients currently getting treatment for cancer spoke up about how the Cancer Center Foundation has helped them. Survivors were even honored with a yellow rose. We're told the community's efforts are what keeps this foundation thriving.
Cancer is unfortunately becoming increasingly common, but our treatments are also becoming increasingly effective. And so it's really important that we have a lot of fundraising from the community here, which we're very lucky and fortunate in the Tri-Cities to be able to have that, to help support all the cancer patients that really need that.
And since this is a nonprofit, donations from the community directly benefit current cancer patients. To donate to the foundation, head over to our website, KEPRTV.com. And what began as a food festival is now a multifaceted celebration of local talent. Yakima Taco Fest is returning for the 5th year, offering music, a positive atmosphere, and the opportunity to see local artisan talent. The Central Washington Hispanic Chamber of Commerce has announced the return of the Yakima Taco Fest at the Central Washington State Fair Park. Open to folks over 21 years old on Saturday, May 4th. The event will include over 20 vendors, and attendees will again have the chance to vote for People's Choice for taco and craft beverage vendors. Tickets start at $35, and more details are available on our website, KIMATV.com. Man, Jefferson, those tacos look good.
Yes, they sure do,
I'm hungry already now.
Yes.
I want to chomp, chomp, chomp. I hear that there's also going to be some Taco Fest here, I believe, too. I think that's something Pasco is doing. We'll have to get some story on that, hopefully, because a lot of people here love tacos as well. And today would be a great day to eat some tacos outdoors. I mean, as we head on into the next couple of weeks, do we have any turbulence that could, make it non-conducive to eat tacos outdoors?
We're definitely starting to get into kind of prime food truck season, right? Or at least prime eating outside season with all of the sunshine that we are seeing. Now, there might be some turbulence in the forecast, just minor turbulence, though, maybe a slight chance of showers on Saturday night when most of us will already be inside anyway, but we'll talk about that a little later. For today, it is going to be a sunny and very nice day around eastern Washington and northeast Oregon. Check out those temperatures, all of us into the 60s today as we are basking under the blue skies. Now, going forward, again, tomorrow is going to feature sunshine too before a few more of those clouds and maybe even a few isolated showers appear on Saturday. We'll take a deeper dive into that coming up.